Hey, what's going on, guys? Kings here. I've revealed a horrible bug within the previous version of BBC. The problem was that it was evaluating black pass pawns using the white pass pawns mask, which is absolutely weird. And hopefully that was revealed. I saw that myself, and also Harold pointed out that bug. And another little improvement: I've slightly changed the weights for the evaluating the weights for the past pawns. So in the initial version they were just like in Vice, but now I've increased them slightly a bit. So well, probably I can even show you this just to give an idea like how they are now. Oh my god, where are they? So here. Oh, so I can actually yeah, another update. I have fixed the bugs and updated the codes in the repository with in the corresponding folder. So evaluate pawns should be fixed here. So let me just quickly check this out one more time. So first for white pawns, so white pass mask, and here now it's black pass mask. Well, it was white pass mask here. That was the real disaster. And another improvement regarding the weights that I've been talking through is here. So I've increased the values here, so this is how they look like at the moment, and been testing this. Another little improvement, another little update. So I've started using the method that normal people used to make use of, basically. So trying to play a game like new version versus old version on very small time controls, like 30 seconds per game. And as far as my engine can play only two types of game versus itself, that's literally all I was doing to check that, basically. Well, maybe it would have been nice to have some various openings, but anyway. So just wanted to give an idea regarding this update. And now let's walk through the game. So first, I would like to show you a couple of games where the version without pawn evaluation is playing, and the result for that sort of tournament was I will probably just give you the PGN so you would be able to see them. So final BBC fixes. Okay, this is it. Yeah, I will probably upload them into the repo as well. So here it was played for some reason. Why it doesn't give me? It was 11 games, but I don't know. Is there some sort of a bug in Arena or something? It doesn't show enough games. Well, now it is, but I don't know what's going on there. So it was 12 games, and BBC won 5 games, and TSCP won. BBC won 7 games, and TSCP won 5 games, so 7-5. And another tournament that I'll show you the next one, the very last one after the updates. There were played 16 games, and oh my god, I already forgot the results. So I just need to check this out. Oh my god. Okay. Tournaments probably here. Tournament results. This is it. So yeah, BBC won 11 games and TSCP won 5 games. So this is it. Yeah, finally I found the results that I can understand the results, because these weird numbers, it's too hard for me to understand. But here we have this 11 points for BBC and 5 points for TSCP. So the percentage is better. I don't have this tournament.res for the previous tournament, because I wasn't running that on my own computer, and one of my subscribers named Jay actually sent me that. Well, okay guys, so without further ado, let's actually jump into the games. Just want to show you a couple of games where from the previous tournament, and then some from the latest tournament, to see the difference on improvements. So list games. Okay, so TSCP wins this. So well, this all. Okay, so this seems like wondering, is there any Queen's Gambit accepted? In this one, probably not. Well, okay, so anyway, so here BBC is playing black versus TSCP and doesn't have any pawn evaluation, so just the material and piece square table. So this is how it was going, so not pretty that bad so much so far. So this is how it was going here, and already we can see that so how many pawns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So black has an isolated pawn, but he doesn't know about isolated pawns. So that's the idea. No passed pawns, no double pawns, which is a bit strange, but still. So now, yeah, you see like this, white is creating the passed pawn, but black don't really kind of know anything about this. Hopefully this didn't mean anything, because still we kind of winning here. Oh, probably I was showing you this game before, but anyway, so let's have a look at another game where BBC is playing whites, just to give an idea of how the typical game of BBC versus TSCP looks like. So BBC is playing white, e3, a6. Well, this is a bit strange, to be honest. Why did TSCP went a6? This is a bit strange. Well, maybe this one. Well, neither variation. Well, this should be interesting. So seems like BBC has won this game. So let's have a look. So BBC is playing white. Let's watch the game from its perspective. And okay, so we are in the Ninderf territory without any opening books. And this h3 is interesting. I believe that once Hou Yifan, Chinese grandmaster, which was, and maybe is now, not sure, which was a women's world chess champion, tried this h3 move. If I'm not mistaken, that was for about 2 years ago. I'm not sure, but probably she did this h3 move. So yeah, so BBC is playing almost like Hou Yifan in my dreams. Okay, so well, this g4 is quite pretty typical in Sicilian, but it's a bit controversial from the king safety perspective. But anyway, but you know, like, hold on a sec. This makes me think that, so did engines actually calculate anything? Hold on a sec. So is BBC playing with a book? Hold on a sec. The problem is that I didn't actually run this tournament. Oh, okay, this is just an opening book line. Okay, guys. Yeah, now it's clear why h3 is played. So, yeah, now it's clear. Okay. So, the first move made by the engine, by TSCP, is bishop e7. Okay. And for some reason, I'm not sure why BBC is still playing on the book. This is a bit okay. So this is the first move by BBC. So g4, g5. Okay, and here the play already. Okay, yeah, probably Jay has set up some opening book. That might be the case of why this is happening. So, but anyway, it's interesting to see what's gonna happen here. Okay. Yeah, the difference, what I was doing is actually, I didn't use the opening book because I consider that to be more interesting. But anyway, you see, like, even though that most probably is based on the result of this game, BBC is gonna win, still, TSCP has a quite promising pawn structure. So he has this protected passed pawn, which is not that bad at all. And BBC and the country has the isolated pawn, which is also bad, and would be even worse in the endgame. Well, hopefully, due to, you see, like, the depth that TSCP hits is only 6 plies, while BBC hits, so here, sorry guys, even 10 plies, which is quite pretty good. So now it just, most likely just, yeah, takes the pawn. Okay. Okay, exchanging everything. Yeah, so just because it's searching deeper, here is the result. Okay, so probably grabs another pawn. Yeah, but the game is already decided here. Okay, so just total crush. So but anyway, even though BBC did win these two games, I just want to give you an idea that its pawn structure was actually worse. So if it would be playing versus the opponent with the same hitting the same depth, it would definitely lose, because with this bad pawn structure, it's not going that far. Okay, yes. So now let's go to the new tournament, the latest that I was running this night. So this is it. And let's start. Well, let's start a game by game. Probably I won't be showing you all the games because there is some duplications there. But anyway, so hold on a sec. Yeah, so this is like, okay. So the very first game, BBC is playing white, no opening books at all, and this is what happened. So let's see. Even though now BBC has knows that double pawns are bad, still he considers this exchange because he evaluates bishops greater than knights, so he just wants the bishop pair in the endgame. So this sort of bishop pair, while black don't have a bishop pair anymore. And you see, like, it immediately tries to get rid of this double pawn by undermining the center, which is also good. Okay, so the reason why bishop is going here on b5, that's because I have changed the evaluation slightly a bit. So this squares b5 and g5 were scoring 0 positional scores for bishops, but I've turned them into, I don't remember, 20 apparently. So let's have a look. I don't really remember how much there was. Well, I can see here as well. So let me just recall my memory because I don't remember exactly. Okay, so I set this to 20. Yeah, this was 0, but I set this to 20. So that's the another minor improvement here. Let's get back to the game. So like okay, so the bishops are pointing to the opponent's king, which is quite pretty nice, and this move is a little bit strange. To be honest, I have no idea why TSCP just gives a knight away. This is really strange to me. I have no idea why did this happen, because, like, was it threatening anything, or so this maybe this is a bug. I have no idea, but this move seems to be really strange. So TSCP just gives a knight away. Does anybody understand why this is happening? So he could just go, I don't know, like b5, h6. He could have go knight from e4 to f5 at very least, or he could even play like f5, which is even better than maneuvering with the knight to say g5, trying to exchange here or something. So it's a bit strange. So maybe, okay, let's say he does nothing. So takes and takes and takes, so it's just fine. So I have no idea why actually this move is done by TSCP. This is really weird. So maybe engines know something that I don't. But anyway, so exchanging the queen again. Like note that it's not taken by the pawn, how it would most likely done in the previous version, but takes with the king instead to avoid double pawns. And now just have a look at the pawn structure. So white has two nice pawns in the center. They are not yet passed, but black has this double pawns, which actually this black pawn is passed pawn, and BBC knows about this, so he would be trying to do anything to not allow this pawn going any further, or just get rid of this. So this is how it's going. Okay, so well, the b2 bishop is controlling the c3 square to avoid this pawn ever move somewhere from c4. And on the other hand, he's pushing its d pawn to queen one day. And well, even though black is trying to attack this pawn, still it doesn't really help much. So the pawn is protected pass pawn is really a good thing here. And now he's just starting to crush black's pawns. So you see, like, this pawn evaluation really makes perfect sense. So eventually TSCP just starts giving pieces away. And again, that move where he just sacrificed the knight on f2 was a little bit strange to me, to say at least. I have no idea why did TSCP consider that, but anyway, this is the game, so here's what we have. Now let's have a look at the second game. So unfortunately at this moment BBC fails to win Queen's Gambit accepted, so he goes for this Queen's Gambit accepted, but it loses the game. But anyway, from the pawn structure perspective, there are also some improvements. So at least he now plays, at least now the pawn structure looks like it has to be in the Queen's Gambit accepted. But for some reason, so here, until this point, everything is just perfect to my human eyes. But, well, let's say right over in here, it should have played, I don't know, bishop g7, knight d7, oh, actually probably, yeah, but he didn't. So he plays this b5, which is going to losing this pawn. So he had this, he was a pawn up, he had an advantage, and then he just drops it. So this is not clear to me, like, why is this happening? Well, actually, he grabs the pawn on e4, which is, in general, this is really good. It's good to exchange some. Well, it's not really the side pawn, the flank pawn, but just, well, taking on e4 is obviously good, but I don't know, probably not good enough. And another a bit strange move. So it's clear, it's quite pretty clear why BBC is doing this. It's trying to get rid of double pawns, which is really good, but he doesn't care about the development, which would doom the entire game later on. So this is a bit unfortunate stuff. And again, like anything, so again, so he even now he's probably pawn up, right? He's pawn up, but the king has stuck in the center, and after exchanging the bishop, so it seems to be not that bad. But this queenside castling, to me personally, it seems to be a little bit too weird. So instead, it would be better to play like bishop g7, and then I don't know, maybe. So anyway, this pawn is doomed. So knight captures or rook captures. So if king goes here, it's total disaster. Just this X-ray attack. So this is bad. So it would be better just to go bishop g7, castle kingside, and that's it. And the endgame is quite pretty nice. So the pawns are about equal. Black has a bishop pair, so it's quite promising endgame. But for some reason, it actually went for this variation. So see, like now king is really in trouble. Even though bishop goes to g7 eventually, but it's a bit not. I don't mean this is too late, but this is a bit like just bad. And you see, like eventually it just loses material, and this is really weird. So it would just drop the queen now. Yeah, that's it. So this game is actually doomed. So if only BBC could castle kingside, this would have been much better. So I hope that the next improvements to the evaluation would somehow resolve that. So I really need to like think about king safety, maybe just thinking about some extra penalties for king being stuck in the center, because at the moment I'm using the only king score table, which normal people usually don't do, but this surprisingly works as it has to work actually. So it's canceling when it comes to it's most likely it's castling in the opening, and then in the endgame it's just trying to go to the center, which is exactly what we need. Well, probably in the later versions, I would actually change this to two tables. So one table would be for king in opening, and another would be for king in the endgame, like normal people do. So, but at the moment this is what we have basically. So probably we'll hope that should resolve the stuff. Maybe this would be like even some very closest improvements. So something that I would be doing in the near future. Well, probably, because I don't really like this this situation happening in this game. Well, anyway, let's have a look at a couple more games. So at the moment it's one win by BBC, one win by TSCP. I'm just wondering, so here, so how it was going. So BBC won, then TSCP won, then BBC won, then again TSCP won. Oh, actually, you see, like BBC is losing. One more little thing. Don't look at this rating. Just forgot to reset this. And regarding the rating, I'll show you one little trick at the very end. And also, I have a question on that as well, but doesn't matter. So every time he plays Queen's Gambit Accepted, it actually loses the Queen's Gambit Accepted. So it's happening kind of all the time. But on the other hand, so just want to see some what's the variation? Anti-King's Indian. Whoa, I didn't heard about that opening. So let's have a look. So it's another win by white, and then we'll have a look at another win by black pieces by BBC. So at the moment, let's have a look at this game quickly. So again, like you see, like BBC has just avoided doubling his pawns, which shows that this evaluation is actually working. He wins the bishop, he keeps his another bishop, and he drops the opponent's king in the center. Even though it wasn't intentional, most likely, but still the fact is here. And now it's trying to generate an attack on the king's side, which is actually good. And now the bishops are running to the king, to the opponent's king, which is also good. So now this is getting a little bit controversial, because well, I remember that there were games where BBC was losing this like position, but hopefully with improved pass pawn evaluation, this is not happening anymore. So now okay. So did BBC just drop a pawn? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he just dropped a pawn for some reason. Doubling opponent's pawns. Well, I don't know why he considers this better, but he just sacrificed the pawn for some reason. And now he sacrifices another pawn. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So BBC has sacrificed 2 pawns at the moment. But he thinks... No, he see that he's worse, but for some reason, so is he gonna win this game still? Is this the game? Well, most likely it should be. Okay. Yeah, and eventually it is winning. This was really tough kind of game, but still he actually wins this. Okay, so this is how it was going. So actually the twice dipper depth hit is makes a job, which is always a pleasant stuff. Okay, and let's have a look at some game where BBC is winning by black pieces. So, well, let's say this one, Russian game. Okay, so BBC is playing black, and he wins this. So let's have a look how this was going. Okay. I'm not an expert in theoretical variations of the Russian game, so probably at this moment it's already far away from the theoretical lines. I'm not sure how it was in the very beginning, but anyway, the pawn structure is quite pretty nice, and this game in particular shows like how the pawn structure has been improved. So you just have a look at this brilliance. This is the position of my dream. So opposite side castling, black king is safe, and black is generated an attack on the king side, and it's absolutely fantastic position here. So just trying to crush the opponent totally. Obviously, so queen is not the best ever piece for the blockade. It's better to use, most likely it's the best thing piece to use for a blockade, well, at least according to Nemcevich, is the knight or a bishop at very least. But anyway, so he drops this pawn eventually, because, but couldn't he, I'm just wondering why he couldn't, why didn't he move like king to queen to, oh, he didn't move, he can't move the queen to say e3, because then this pawn is queening, so the queen is forced to blockade the d3 pawn. Okay, now this is really good news. So okay, just winning the pawns, and now no, it doesn't yet exchange the queens, and this bishop is definitely stronger. And have a look at this beauty. Now you realize like the passed pawn evaluation works this nicely. So you see, like BBC has generated this passed pawn on the king's on the queen's side, and this pawn would decide the entire game at the very end. So this is how it was going. White tries to avoid the exchange of queens. It was trying to avoid the exchange of queens until now. Oh, actually, this pawn drops. Well, I didn't know that. But anyway, the king was distracted, and that made the trick. Yeah, I was thinking that actually the a pawn decided the game, but actually it didn't. So, and have a look at the depth hit by black in the endgame. So this is quite pretty impressive, right? Okay, and mate in here. Well, okay, guys. So this is it regarding this video. So make sure to update the code and fix the latest bugs. I'll put the link into the description below the video. I'm not gonna be putting this video into the BBC series because it's more like the review of the games, so it would go to the Chess Engine Games playlist, or how I call that, I don't remember. And we'll actually go improving our evaluation. So the next steps would be to give some bonuses for rooks and queens on open and semi-open files, and what's gonna be then, I'm not really sure. Well, maybe just trying to separate the king positional tables to make a castling a bit better compared to how it's happening now. Maybe that would be the improvement. And anyway, now I decided that every new video where we would be making some improvements to the evaluation function, I would be testing the new version versus the old version. So to make sure that the new version is actually playing better, because otherwise some nasty bugs like in the previous part might appear. Okay guys, so this is it from my side. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to see you in the next videos within the Bitboard Chess Engine in C series. See you there, until next time, and take care.